Hola. Hey, sunshines. How art thou? How art thou? How is your day? How is your week? Are you having a good weekend this weekend during the New Year's holiday? Yeah, well, that's what we're gonna talk about, the new year and our business, like our business and the new year. That's a great thing to talk about. Not just business though, like life, period. Like life. um if you fail at your business, fail at your relationship, fail at, like, or you feel like you failing everything, that's basically what I'm going to talk about today. And it came up because of someone talking to me and telling me their experiences and things that's going on in their lives. We have friends where we talk and we express concerns on things that's going on in our lives. And then you also have family members that's going through stuff. It's like everyone is going through something, and it seems like it's just a thing of a movement that is like universal. Like everyone is going through something right now. It could be minor, it could be big, it could be small, it doesn't matter. Like everyone is going through something, and it's okay though. It's all right. So that's basically what I felt the need to go and cover, and I felt the need to mention things that I feel would help, even if it's in your personal life or your business. So I hope it helps. I hope it helps because it definitely helped me. There's a whole lot of stuff that went on, and there's some people that in my life that don't even know that I went through things because I don't tell them. And I keep a smile on my face and keep going and keep moving and doing what I do, and they don't even know. And that's something that I adapted to. I adapted to not showing what exactly is going on in my life. I adapted to like keeping that smile even though I had daggers in my back. I adapted to um even though I went through my business and it's successful now, but it was a path, and it was like a time in my life where I felt like, why am I even bothering? Why am I doing this? Why? Like it makes no sense. Like it's not going where I need to go. I'm not doing what I need to do. And if I still have to get a second job, then why am I doing this? And it got to the point where I had to like push things to the side. But it wasn't that I had to, it was done for me, right? Because I was rejected. I was rejected, and I was basically anything that I tried to pursue, it was rejected. It was like pushed to the side, or no matter what I did, I thought I was ready. I'm like, I'm ready to do this, I'm ready to get going. And boom, it did not happen. It did not work. And then I'm like, what is going on? So I thought about it, right? I thought about it now, because back then I would have never thought about this. Back then it would not be something that would even come out my mouth. But now, and this is years later after I went through a lot of stuff. But after I went through all of that, this is years later, and the spiritual growth that I'm going through, the mental, the going back and and just evaluating who Shauna is, it helped to identify my issues and identify where I need to be, right? So think about it. I know someone been in pain before, right? You have back pain, you've been in back pain, or if you had an accident, then all of a sudden you have these pains, right? And I'm gonna specify back pain because that's undisclosed pain that if you had it, you know. So the undisclosed pain that you receive, and you're taking medicine and it doesn't work, no matter how much you like, whatever you do, it just is not working. It's not working. That pill is not working. So you go and you try to find a doctor, right? You try to find all these doctors who's trying to help you. They doing x-rays, they doing this and they doing that, and it's not working. They're not helping your pain. It's anything, it's getting worse. So the next thing to do is find a chiropractor, right? So you find a chiropractor and you go to this chiropractor and you tell them, like, doc, my back is hurting. My back is really like bothering me. I did this, I did that, and no one can help me. These pills, I don't want to take these pills like this. I need help. And then the thing about it is, I'm scared of chiropractors because I see them cracking necks and cracking backs, and the only thing I can think of is that. And I don't want to go through that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. So it's weird because it's something that I know I would need, but I'm scared of it. But I just took the chance and I just did it, right? So you go to the chiropractor and you tell them, look, I'm having this pain. He look at your reports and he say, oh, I can fix that. I can fix that. That's not a problem. I can fix it. Boom. You sit in the chair, you lay down in the chair, and he get in that pretzel position and he crack your back, your neck, and everything. And you like pain. Like you actually feel that pain. But once you feel that boom, pain is gone. It's gone. It's like, that's it. I'm good. I can walk. I can move around. I can dance. It's just like that. But to be honest, it's been times where I didn't even want to go to the chiropractor. It's been times where I just didn't even want to be bothered because I felt like I didn't think it was going to work, and I didn't think that him cracking my back and making me be in pain and uncomfortable was not going to take the pain away. So I would just not go. I wouldn't go. I wouldn't even be bothered. And I think that's how a lot of us do when it comes to this thing called life and your business. Your business is going great in the beginning, right? Your back is good in the beginning, right? Then all of a sudden you get wear and tear. You get things that's thrown at you. How can you handle it? You go, try to do this a little bit different and put yourself on social media a little and try to get it to work, but it doesn't work the way you need it to work. It's not working. So now what? I think that we scare ourselves. It's not working, give up. I don't want to fight. I don't want to do this. I give up because I don't want to keep doing this. The thing about that is, once you give up, then how do you know what's going to happen if you tried? Because we do want that business, right? We do want that house. We do want that car. We do want to go to school and complete this, but it's hard. It's something that's really hard and it's painful hard. So what else do you have to do, right? The chiropractor is the best place to go when you need your back cracked and you want that pain to stop. So you go there and you do that. But with your business, we're doing the same thing. We're hesitating. We're like, should I keep going? Should I not? Should you crack your back? Should you do whatever? And then those percentage, like a small percentage, will actually do it. Like, all right, let me realign myself. Let me focus on this first, and then let me focus on that first, and then let me try again because I'm not giving up. And then eventually down the line, the pain starts to subside, and then you're able to start regulating and walking again, and then you go start running, and then you're able to do things that you couldn't do before. And that's basically what rejection and redirection is. When we are rejected, that doesn't mean that it's over. You failed. That's it. That's done. You can't do it no more. That don't mean that. That just means that it's not meant for you at that time. It's a different path you need to take. a different way you need to go. Because think about it. We want what we want when we want it, right? We want this business. We want to not be able to work. We want a 9 to 5. We want these things. And then some people get it. And then guess what? Their life is not what they want it to be. You want good and positive things to come out of this business. If you're not ready, your business is not going to be ready. If your mind is disorganized, your business is going to be disorganized. If you are making excuses on this and that and this and that, then your business is going to have a whole lot of excuses and holes and things. So what we need to understand is if you are being rejected in an area, it's a reason why the universe is rejecting you. You are being rejected so that you can have a new rebirth. A rebirth of, okay, this didn't work. Let's realign and do it a different way. That's what I've been doing my whole life. Real talk. My whole entire life. A lot of people say, how do you do it? Like, how are you able to overcome cancer or being homeless or single mom? And how are you able to handle all of this stuff being thrown at you? First of all, I have no choice. That's number one. And second of all, I believe things happen for a reason. It's divinely happening. It's a reason why I had to go through having breast cancer at 25. It's a reason why I had to be homeless. It's a reason why. And don't get me wrong, it's also mistakes that we make. It's mistakes that we make, and we have no other choice but to go through our karma. Karma finds you years later. So when you thinking, oh, everything's good, you escaped it, you didn't. So sometimes it may have to stop so you could pay your karma back, forgive yourself, and move on. And once you do that, once you forgive yourself, and once you start healing inside, then your business will be better because you're able to focus on what's needed. How are you able to nurture your business when you can't even nurture yourself? You can't even focus on healing yourself, making sure that you are good, making sure you love yourself. And that's another thing, love yourself, right? A lot of us say we love ourselves. Oh, I love myself. Oh, I love myself. I'm good. I'm Gucci. I'm this. I'm that. Can I say something? How you love yourself and you in a toxic relationship. How you love yourself and you are literally like causing yourself mental harm. How? How can you say you love yourself and you waiting for a man or a woman who is probably with another man or a woman? How can you love yourself? I hear so many people say, I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. Meanwhile, you really are not in love with yourself. You are loving the idea of being in love with yourself, but you're not really in love with yourself. So you got to start pulling back some layers and get it into that. What can I do to focus on me so that I can get what I want and focus on what I need in the future? I'm going to say this. I had to go through so much to get to where I am now. I had to go through a lot of heartache, a lot of pain, and I now can say I appreciate it. I now can say I'm grateful for going through it. I'm now able to say thank you because I am back to my original self now. And what I mean by original self, I pushed that button to the factory settings and I went back and now I feel like it's a rebirth. I'm able to do things over again, like amazing things over again. All because I said I'm going to push that button for factory reset and make things happen for Shauna. Once you do that, everything starts lining up. You're grateful. You wake up and you say, I'm grateful for the little things. I started doing something personally just for myself. It had nothing to do with anyone else. Just being grateful, waking up for the little grateful things, things that no one else is even thinking of. I was thinking of. So I'm grateful for that brownie in there, or I'm grateful for my bottle of water, or I'm grateful for waking up and putting my 2 feet on the ground, on the floor, and able to walk to where I need to go. You got to be grateful for all those little steps that you're taking. And once you're grateful, your life starts moving in a different direction. Now, that was actually told to me a while ago, and I'm like, okay. Because she said, when you wake up in the morning and you pray, you're always praying, oh, universe, can you pray for me to be safe today? I'm praying for knowledge. I'm praying for this. I'm praying for that. I'm praying for my kids. I'm praying for my mom. So you're basically begging. You're praying for something. You're praying for something. Whereas now I give gratitude. I am grateful. Once you start giving the universe your gratitude and that you're grateful, you don't even, don't get me wrong, I still pray for. I still do that. But I'm just saying, waking up and being grateful is like a whole nother thing. Just saying, I'm grateful for waking up. I'm grateful for the people in my life. I'm grateful for this situation that I'm in, because now I know I don't need to be here. I need to redirect. And don't let anyone turn you away from that either. If something is happening and your gut is telling you it's happening for a reason, and someone is saying, nope, you did this, nope, you ain't do that, no, you ain't do, sit back and shut up. Don't tell them no more and keep doing what you have to do. And I realized that once I started doing that, then things started opening my eyes to, you were right from the very beginning. I literally had people tell me things that I'm like, no, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe, I tried to move. I tried to move earlier this year and the end of last year, and it wasn't working in my favor. And I had everything I needed. Every single thing you need, I had to move. But I couldn't move. We were doing background checks for me and my son, credit checks for me and my son, and everything checked out. The realtor actually said, everything looks good. Like, you are in a better position than everyone else who's on this list. But guess what? I never got the apartment. Why? It was not divine timing. So say, for instance, I did move into that apartment. Say, for instance, I did get the apartment that I wanted, right? Because I wanted it. I went to the apartment. I wanted the apartment. I got the apartment, right? But my goal is I want to focus on my business. I want to do this. I want to do that, right? But being in this apartment kind of pushed me further away from where I needed to be. Being in that apartment is something I wanted, but it wasn't divine timing. So even though I was getting all this static, I'm pushing and pushing and pushing. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. And it was not divine timing. It was not meant to be. So when you push and push and push and you get all of this static, it does not mean that you're doing something wrong. It doesn't mean that you're failing. It just means that it's not for you at this time. And guess what? You may not be receiving this apartment because you're about to receive this house. I had to learn that too. I realized that opportunity that I thought was a huge opportunity moving, it really was putting me in the same position. When I sit back and I look at those apartments I was looking at, it was putting me back in the same exact position that I was in already. But now, it's not. I'm not even going to be in that same position anymore. Now I'm going to be in a better position. So that rejection basically helped me to align my path of being able to go and move out the state and possibly be in such a better area where my business is gonna grow even more than what it is now. So trust the process. Trust the rejection, because the rejection means you are being aligned a different way for redirection. And we also realize that we don't realize that when we are focusing on what we want, but we don't have clarity on the path that we're supposed to take. We don't have clarity on it. We don't have clarity on, I want this business, but I don't know how I'm gonna start it. I don't know how I'm gonna finish it. I don't know if it's even gonna work. It's almost like you just jumping in and just starting it and then wondering why it's not working. Or just putting your stuff on Etsy, in Etsy, and just letting Etsy do its job, and you're not doing your job. You sitting back and just watching it and wondering why it's not working. It's not working because you didn't put the effort in. You didn't put the work in. And how can you put the work in if you have all this static, if you have all of this stuff going in the background and your mind is not even clear enough? You need to be clear. You need to love yourself, because then once you love yourself, you realize what you're going to tolerate and what you don't tolerate. You're going to realize that there's going to be people in your life that's going to put you down, and they're going to put you in a position where you do not want to be. So you got to get rid of them. And if you don't get rid of them, then they're going to destroy your business. Okay, they need to be away from you. If they're not benefiting you, you got to let them go. Okay, let them go. Let all that bad energy go. Let all of that bad karma from other people that's trying to push on you go. And then your life, relationship, and business may work. It may work. All right. So I was also thinking, right, with the business that I have, right, I do crochet. And not only crochet, I also do business. Like I help people with their business branding, identifying where they need to go. If you're having problems with your niches, that's what I do. That's what I think I'm great at. I think I'm great at it. I know I'm great at it because I look at who you are, what you're doing, how you're doing it, and I literally look at you in your eyes, or majority of the time I look at you in your eyes. We could be on Messenger or whatever, and I will see. A lot of times I see pain and I feel it. A lot of times I see like so much cloudiness, or so much like your mind is just going all over the place, and then I'm like, are you ready for this right now? Because if you're not ready, it's not going to work in your favor. How about let's heal you first, or let's work on a newer version of you. Like I said, the factory reset. Let's work on a newer version of you, so that newer version of you is better at handling what happens with this business. Because remember, a business is not easy. You have to know how to handle things. You have to know how to handle customers, and you can't yell at your customer. Well, you could, but you don't want to. You don't want to have these issues and not being able to handle it because you're going through whatever you're going through at home. You need to heal first. So the best thing to do is heal you first. I was thinking of doing a class on mastering your business, like for beginners, and starting off from just your plan and your ideas. And then, because you have to understand, a lot of us jump straight into, I got a business, I got an LLC, I got a logo. And then what? Or it's something that you love to do. You love to bake. You love to create candles. You love it. You get so much support. But then when it's time to excel, you start seeing the support dwindle. You start seeing that you're putting more money into it, but you're not receiving the more money back. And then we wonder why. We wonder, why are we not where we need to be at in this business when it was doing well in the beginning? It's not that it was doing well. It was because you just started. And then once you start getting into your business, then you start feeling uncomfortable. Then you start feeling a little bit of pain. And then what? You get uncomfortable and you run, or you just let it go. You let it fail. That failure should not be your end all. It should be a new beginning for redirection, because now you know what didn't work. Now you know, okay, this didn't work. Let's realign this. Let's redirect this. Let's take this to another path so that it can work, so that we can finally say, all right, this didn't work, but this do work. And even if that don't work, you will be able to process things a little bit differently if you just try. If you just try at it. But first, I actually believe everyone should look within themselves and love themselves and start healing themselves before you do something like this. And it's I'm just talking. I'm just talking. Because not everyone is going to follow that. But when you don't see any progress, or if you don't see any profit, you have to realign yourself and make it so that you do see something coming back out of it. You don't want to keep doing it and it's not working. There's someone out here who is like, there's someone who is watching. Definitely. There's someone who's watching who is probably like a water sign. I guarantee you it's a water sign. It's someone who's a water sign, probably with earth inside of them. I guarantee you. And they're asking themselves why my business is not even working, or like, I want to do it, but this keep happening, that keep happening, or I don't have this going on, or babysitter, or I have to work this job. Let me tell you something. It's excuses, because if it's time for you to have your business, everything will move out the way. Everything. Divine timing is exactly what it is. Divine timing. Nothing is going to stop you. Nothing. It's almost like it's 24 hours in a day. Divine timing will make it seem like it's more hours in a day. So when you say, I don't have a babysitter, I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have time to do whatever I need to do, you're not ready. You're not ready. It's excuse. And I think I did a lot of videos on that on my channel, basically explaining you're not ready. And time management. If you go through all of this time management, you still don't have time, you're not ready. You have to put all your effort into making sure you are okay. You are aligned up in here, because if you're not, how is everything else gonna work? You are your foundation. You have to make sure that you are good. And once you do that, then I guarantee you your business or your life or your relationship will start to work. And then you're going to start seeing things for what it really is. You're going to start knowing who needs to be around you. You're going to start knowing what needs to be around you. You're going to start knowing that, okay, this is not going to work. All right, I need to change it to this. And I'm not going to lie, it hurt. It hurts. It hurts big time. But in order to get you back to where you need to be, it's going to hurt. It's like you're looking at your shadow self, right? You're looking at your shadow self. And if you don't know what I mean, your shadow self is basically looking at the you throughout the past years of everything you did. No one else may not know, But everything you did, you may have been hurt, you may have been embarrassed, you may have been in a deep, desperate situation where you had to support yourself and your family, and you did some things you didn't want to do. You look back at those shadows and you're like, dang, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to look back at it. I don't even want to think about it. But you got to heal. So in order to heal, you have to look at your shadows. You have to look at the back of where you were in the past. And once you start looking at where you were in the past and you start going through all of that hurt and pain, and once you start realizing, okay, I did that, I forgive myself, I forgive that person, I forgive all of these things, and then you start getting back to where you were before people start telling you the gossip, before people start telling you, oh, you can't do this and you can't do that, before those teachers started saying, oh, well, you're never going to be this, you're never going to be that, before certain parents would tell you, oh, you ain't this, you ain't that. So before all of that, that's when you start resetting and taking yourself back to there. And that's actually, honestly, where I am now. It's almost like a rebirth. It's like a spiritual awakening, because I had to go back and look at why I am the way I am, why I was taking in people that I would take in, why I was accepting things from people that I shouldn't have been accepting. Why? And I know why, because my shadows told me why. And once I knew why, I had to deal with it. I had to forgive myself and those people and move on to where I'm at now, where I could say, I could do this now. I could do my business. I could talk about it. I could testify about it. I can use the examples of everything that I went through in the past to help others. Because that's basically my goal, is to help others get to where they need to be as well. And I'm looking at this person who has a heart, who has who's hurt because they had a really bad breakup. Bad breakup. They want a business, but they can't have that business because they stuck on a bad breakup. This person has kids. This person is basically doing everything by themselves. This person just want relief. And it's almost like a cycle effect. How are you going to get the relief when you have to worry about your kids? How are you going to get this if you have to worry about that? How am I going to have this business if I have this? It's like you're constantly asking yourself these questions over and over and over and over again. And then you say, what do I need to do? Why are these things happening to me? Why can't I get to where I need to get to? Why am I not financially stable? Why do I have to struggle? Why? Well, it's our shadows that's stopping us too. It's our shadows. It's bad behavior. It's that lack of love. Not realizing who we deserve. Not realizing that you deserve better. And I had to struggle with that. And I'm still kind of struggling with it, because when you are so used to the same thing over and over and over again, right? You're so used to pain. You're so used to people doing things to you that you don't even realize you deserve better, right? You deserve to have better. You not even realizing you deserve better, because for a female, if you're in a relationship and you're consistently arguing all the time, that's not a good relationship. It's toxic. You deserve better. How can I get better? How can I be put in a position to get better? I can't do this because he at least helps me. He at least helps me with the bills. Guess what? You don't need him to help you with the bills. You know why? Because once you start moving on and doing better, the universe starts aligning things in your path. But you got to believe that, though. You have to believe you don't need this person. Even if, okay, we got a divorce. We're not together no more. But he's still here because he don't have nowhere to go. I don't have nowhere to go. Both of you are not going to go anywhere. You're not going anywhere. You're two toxic people with bad energy in the same household. And guess what? You're spreading it on to the kids. And you're spreading it to your workplace. It's going to be the continuous thing all over again. So how are you able to have a business when you have the same negative energy over and over and over and over and over again in this household? It's best if you leave. If that person don't leave, you leave. If you feel you can't leave, there's things out there that you can do to get a backbone and leave. It's always a means. It's always a way. Yes, I'm talking. Yes, I'm saying this, but I've been through it. I've been through it before. I've dealt with it before, and I saw the difference before. So I can actually tell you, when I really thought I could not do it without, I actually was better. I was actually better than when that person was here versus when that person left. Everything got better. It's almost like that thick, like you could cut the air because it's so thick. So that thickness in the air leaves. It's like you start feeling relief, and you're like, I'm able to see a little clearly now. I'm able to function. And that's just one part, because now you still have to fix those shadows because you welcomed this in your home. You welcomed this bad energy. So now let's find a way to keep this bad energy out. Let's find a way to work on keeping this bad energy out so that you do not have to worry about this negative energy that's going to definitely go into your business. It's definitely going to go in your business. If you are not loving yourself and you're not pure, it's going to go in your business. You have to look at a lot of businesses who are successful. Study it, look at businesses that are successful. Look at businesses who are not successful. Look at the person who is the owner, the CEOs, the companies, the big companies, the little companies. When you look at that person and you look at who they are, they may not even show it, but you could tell. You could tell when someone is happy legitimately. You could tell when someone is just living just to live. You could tell. They could have millions and millions and millions of dollars and be miserable. Their business may be well, but they're not. That's not where you need to be. And that's not where the universe wants you to be. So guess what? That's why you got that rejection. You got the rejection because you need to realign and redirect. Then when you redirect, it's been paths that I did not want to take. I did not want to go. I did not want to do it. I was very stubborn about it and I lost out. But guess what? I got another chance. Because I forgave myself, I forgave those others, I settled my karmic issue, because you can't run from karma. You have to settle the karmic issue. You have to. Once you settle your karmic issue, once you start forgiving yourself and forgiving others, then you're able to move forward in a more of an alignment with the universe. And the universe will help you. I promise you, they will. And even if and I'm saying universe because everyone have their own version of their own God, and as long as you have a higher power, or even if you are just focusing on you, nature, yourself, do that, because someone needs some type of spirituality. Everyone, I believe, needs some type of spirituality, some type of this is what's going to help me move on. And that's why I believe spirituality is good. It's positive. But I'm literally like, I can't get over the fact that there is a water sign out here and there's an earth sign out here that is like so heavy on my mind, that is like really going through something. All I gotta say is, believe me, it is going to get better. It really is. But you gotta look within yourself. Yeah, you got to look within yourself. You got to realize that what you're going through is a reason. And it may be something that you're going through that you're like, I can't do this. I'm tired. I'm tired of crying. I'm tired. And you're saying that to yourself almost every single day. But it's a reason why you're going through that, because you're being redirected somewhere else. And when you see where you're going versus where you're at, you're going to be like, oh my goodness. I am so thankful. I think a lot of times also too, we get comfortable. Comfortable is not always great. Sometimes our angels, our gods want us to have better. They want to set us up in a place where we give back. And I honestly believe that we all are supposed to give back. So we all have some type of mission. Whether we follow the mission, I doubt it. Not everyone is following the mission, but I believe we all have a mission, and our mission is to give back in some type of way to everyone in the universe. And how are you giving back when you're hurting inside? So once you realign and you get yourself together, then you can move on to a better place. And to move on to that better place, it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be hurtful. It's going to be a lot of things that you don't want to even think about, because I did it. I almost felt like I was sacrificed, to be honest. I feel like I was sacrificed. But the sacrifice helped me learn. It made me realize what I deserve, what I don't deserve. It made me realize that I'm not going back there. Nah, I'm not doing that. It really made me open up my eyes to see that I don't want to be comfortable anymore. I deserve better. I deserve to have all of the wishes that I wanted, everything that I wanted. I deserve it. Don't get me. It was some times where I was like, "Oh no, I'm good. I'm good at where I'm at. I don't want to be rich. I just want to be comfortable. I just want to, just to be able to be happy." And I said that. I said that a lot. I said that a whole lot. And then I realized I settled my karmic issues. I started loving myself. I started forgiving myself. I started forgiving others. So why can't my business be 7 figures? Why can't I, live in that huge house and the cars? I don't want a whole lot of cars, but the cars around, and a husband that like is the amazing. Why can't I get that? Why don't I deserve that? I do. And I'm getting it. That's just that. I'm getting it. So I just want to say before I leave that your rejection is because you are being redirected to another place, another time in your life where you just need to realign and get yourself together and fix it on this path, because that path is not for you. It's not going to take you where you want to go. It's not going to take you where you need to be, because the universe knows what you don't know. So even though you trying to go straight, but there's a block in the road that's saying you got to go this detour that's going to take you an hour out of your path. But if you go straight, there's no road there. You're going to fall. The best thing to do is I'd rather go that hour out of my way than to fall. So take the journey, realign yourself, because the journey may just help you even more with your new life, your new business. The lessons, oh my gosh, the lessons that you learn through this process, the lessons. It's things that people say to me, I see it in a different way now. There's things that I think how I used to think before versus how I think now is totally different. I actually move in a different way. I think in a different way, and it helps. So my business can move on clearer and smoother. I'm still learning things and I'm still getting things aligned the way I want it to get, but it's going in a great path, a great area, and there's no excuses, none whatsoever. So yeah, so thank you so much. Like I said, there is a water sign and a earth sign that is just so on my mind. It keeps coming up, keeps coming up. I don't know why. It just keeps coming up, keeps coming up. And whoever this water sign and earth sign, if you want, contact me and let me know. Inbox me because I don't know. I just feel like it's something else I need to say, and I don't think saying it on live is a good idea. It's something else I do need to say, but I'm just gonna allow the universe to let this person. It could be two people, but I think it's one person contact me. But yeah, you guys have a good one, and I hope this helped. I hope this helped you get clarity in your business and relationships, your life, with your kids or whatever. I hope this aligns you in a better way so that you can focus more on what's going to bring in financial stability for you and make it fun. Financial stability comes with mental stability. So get your mind right and focus on the big picture. And if you are rejected, it's because you need to be redirected. If you are redirected, it's a reason why you're redirected, and believe in that. Okay. All right. You guys have a good one. Happy New Year. I hope this message helps you in looking forward to 2023, because 2023 is going to be the best year ever. I promise. As long as you clean house, once you clean house, it's going to start working for you. It's going to work. I promise you it's going to work. So you guys have a good one. Happy New Year. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.